attention. While you finish up your dinner, I want to introduce to you a person who's very special and very important at Ferris State University, Phil Hagerman. Come join me here.
I was going to hide in the corner.
Steve will remember this, and Phil will remember this, but Steve had this idea of pharmacy forward, and I remember meeting in our living room in our house, and there's this great group of pharmacists, and we were talking about the wonderful things with this campaign, and there was only one problem with the campaign. We weren't raising any money. And then this group dug in, and with the success of Pharmacy Forward, gave us the confidence that we could do a comprehensive campaign. And when Phil and the Hagerman Foundation made a lead gift to our campaign, we finally believed that we might have the opportunity to do this. And so we thought we'd do 80 million, and that seemed like...
Yeah, that seemed like an immense amount of money.
I thought we'd never raise 80 million.
Off the scale.
And we raised 80 million, so then we raised the goal to 150. Oh no, now we've really done it. And so Phil helped us conclude the campaign this fall. I think many of you know that he and his father founded Diplomat Pharmacy, what became the largest specialty pharmacy in the country. The IPO, and when you announced yourself on Wall Street, those are amazing pieces. And there is a whole string of Ferris pharmacists who've been involved with Diplomat, and Phil has taken that to become a person who's really worked to restore the city of Flint. And, you bought the buildings downtown, and you nurtured entrepreneurs, and you're on to your next great things in terms of your entrepreneurship. And we're just honored to have Phil here. You should know that I've tried to award an honorary degree to Phil twice. And the first time he did the most wonderful thing. He said, "Would you possibly honor my father?" And so we honored Dale, and that was a memorable moment. You were on the phone helping me. Yeah. So this time he didn't have any more fathers. And I want you to introduce a person who truly is deserving of this recognition, Dr. Phil Hagerman.
Well, thank you. It has been an incredibly exciting time, and I'm so thankful to you and the dean and everybody to be here today. Ferris has really been an incredible part of my life, right? It was part of my father's. I'm trying to choke up here a little bit because I'm kind of a sap, but he called, and I'll tell this really short story. I'm a week from graduating in the fraternity house. You can imagine I was working really hard at that time, studying very hard a week before graduation. And my dad calls me up on the phone. He said, "Son, I sold the company." And I go, "Really? What are you talking about, Dad?" He goes, "But I bought it back." And this is a week before I graduated, and I'm pretty sure I was not in very coherent condition at the time. And I go, "Dad, I have no idea what you're talking about." And he goes, "Well, I swapped my shares, in Ideal Pharmacy for the store that my partner wants to close, so get your butt out of school and come help me." Right? And that was a week before I graduated. And we started out with, filling 20 scripts a day, and that became a few more, and it became a few more, and over time we had a pretty good ride. But Ferris was so important to my father, and it was so important to me. And maybe if she was here, I'd tell you too. I also have a sister; she's a year older than me, right? So she was the oldest child, and she's a pharmacist. And it was incredibly exciting. I went into business with my dad right away, but 10 years later, she joined us. And incredibly exciting for me. And I was telling one of the teachers earlier today, of 4 children, I only had one that was really focused, I think from day one, on pharmacy, like I was. All I ever wanted to do was be a pharmacist and work with my dad, right? And Jenny, I don't really remember that you ever thought much about being much else but a pharmacist. And some of you may know, but may have not all of you know, that when she graduated, she was an associate professor at Ferris for 6 years. So she was on the faculty here for 6 years. I made a bunch of enemies when I stole her. The dean was particularly unhappy with me. The president wasn't real happy either, but I told those guys I knew her first. And, and she came in and built an educational program for Diplomat at a time when we were growing like a rocket ship. And so the school was, again, immensely important through all of that process. And it is interesting, and I might have told the dean this at one time too, I felt really guilty. All I had was Ferris pharmacists for a long, long time. And then I had to hire somebody from some other school. I don't know why, they were just the right person. And before you know it, I had a few others, but I think through most of our career at Diplomat, no matter how big it got, probably half of our pharmacists were Ferris grads. Although, Jenny, didn't we have graduates from 20 schools? I mean, we had the banners up. We had graduates from almost 20 pharmacy schools, but almost half of them were from Ferris, right? And that was an exciting opportunity for us. So I thank everything that Ferris has done for me and for the education I got and for the confidence I got and learning to drink beer on the sheep farm and all the things like that. I always tell people I never learned to drink coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. I learned to drink beer pretty well in college, but never coffee. So I don't know if that's good or bad. But I loved all of my activity at Ferris, and I've loved the time afterwards and the people that I knew that I worked with that were from Ferris, and the work with you, David, and again, what a tremendous job you've done as president of this college and the dean. It's inspiring, and I'm really honored to be here today and very thankful. My family over in the corner is my son Tom, who has just finished his third year at IU and just got back from studying abroad, and I think he did a little studying. It was mostly, travel Europe abroad, and he had a fabulous time. It was fantastic. And my daughter Megan and her husband Matt, and my sister-in-law Lynn, Jenny, my daughter, and Dan Farrell, her husband. So, love you all. Thank you.
I'm going to read the citation that we're going to give Dr. Hagerman in just a little bit. It says, whereas Phil Hagerman, you are a recognized and distinguished leader in the field of pharmacy with more than 45 years of service to the industry. Whereas you built Diplomat Pharmacy, the nation's largest independent specialty pharmacy, with revenue growing from $25 million in 2005 to almost $5 billion in 2018, becoming a publicly traded company in 2014. Whereas upon the founding of Skypoint Ventures, you have positively impacted entrepreneurs through early stage companies in multiple disciplines, developing industry-leading processes and technology. Whereas CEO, you're guiding the rapid growth of Forum Health Enterprises, Inc., with 25 practices, 12 states, a nutraceutical division, InWell Biosciences, and EMR Technology division, Power to Practice, that has over 1,000 active users. Whereas your family boasts 3 generations of Ferris State University College of Pharmacy graduates. There was some of Ferris State College.
Yeah, that's right.
Including your father, Dale Hagerman, your sister, Debbie Hagerman Ward, and your daughter, Jennifer Hagerman, who also served Ferris as Associate Professor of Pharmacy Practice. Whereas you serve on Ferris State University's Now and Always campaign cabinet, and through the Hagerman Foundation, you supported the university's first ever comprehensive capital campaign, Now and Always, with a gift of $5 million to the College of Pharmacy, with another $5 million gift underway, helping to both start this campaign and then push it past its $115 million campaign goal. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University offers to you its sincere gratitude and takes great pride in conferring upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Business and Industry, with all the rights and privileges thereunto. Congratulations. We have another piece for you. What we do is we take your photograph.
Wow.
And we turn it into a drawing.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So,
Appreciate that. Thank you.
congratulations, Phil. We have plenty of time between now and when we need to roll. My commencement isn't until 8 o'clock, right, Terry?
No, 7. I said that fast, didn't I? Don't tell me it's not till 8.
Please relax, have a great time, visit, and let's just enjoy this special film.
Yeah, thank you.
Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Robert Fleischman, will introduce the Honorary Doctorate candidate.
Thank you, Dr. Sexton. Good evening. We are honored today to recommend a Ferris alumnus who has led an exemplary career in the specialty pharmacy industry, a distinguished leader who has contributed significantly to the pharmacy profession and the world around him. We are proud to recognize Phil Hagerman. Allow me to share the resolution concerning our honorary doctorate candidate, Dr. Phil Hagerman, Honorary Doctorate of Business and Industry. Whereas, Phil Hagerman, you are a recognized and distinguished leader in the field of pharmacy, with more than 45 years of service to the industry. Whereas, you built Diplomat Pharmacy to be the nation's largest independent specialty pharmacy, with revenue growing from $25 million in 2005 to almost $5 billion in 2018, becoming a publicly traded company in 2014. Whereas, upon the founding of Skypoint Ventures, you have positively impacted entrepreneurs with their early stage companies in multiple disciplines, developing industry-leading processes and technology. Whereas, as CEO, you are guiding the rapid growth of Forum Health Enterprises, Inc., with 25 practices in 12 states, a nutraceutical division, Inwell Biosciences, and an EMR technology division, Power to Practice, that has over 1,000 users. Whereas your family boasts 3 generations of Ferris State University College of Pharmacy graduates, including your father, Dale Hagerman, your sister, Debbie Hagerman Ward, and your daughter, Jennifer Hagerman, who also served Ferris as an associate professor of pharmacy practice. And whereas you serve on Ferris State University's Now and Always campaign cabinet, and through the Hagerman Foundation, you supported the university's first ever capital campaign, Now and Always, with a lead gift of $5 million to the College of Pharmacy, with another $5 million gift, helping to both start this campaign and then push it past its $115 million campaign goal. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University offers to you its sincere gratitude and takes great pride in conferring upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Business and Industry, with all rights and privileges thereunto pertaining.
Philip Hagerman, Ferris State University is privileged to pay tribute to you today. By virtue of the laws of the state of Michigan and the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University, and with the sincere good wishes of the faculty and students of this university, I confer upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Public Service, with all the rights and privileges therein. As a symbol of this recognition, we invest you with this doctoral hood. And present you with this diploma, Dr. Hagerman. May I present to you Dr. Philip Hagerman.
Wow, not sure what to say to start. First of all, I want to say thank you, though. What an incredible honor for me today. But also, I want to start out and I want to welcome again the College of Pharmacy graduates today. But also, I want to welcome those of you who are graduating today with a doctorate in community college leadership degree. Education is the key to the country, and education is the key to our future. And I applaud all of us here today that are part of the educational process. As I said earlier today, our education at Ferris and our degree can take us places that we never expected. You know, I never expected my career to take the path it did, to go from running a corner drugstore with my dad to being the CEO of a publicly traded healthcare company. And I never expected this kind of honor, to receive an honorary doctorate of business and industry from Ferris, a school I have always held in the highest esteem. For that, I want to thank President Eisler, I want to thank Dean Durst, and I want to thank all of you here who support us in the profession of pharmacy, and especially all of you that support all of today's graduates. I'm honored to speak to all of you and share a few thoughts that I believe helped me find my path to success, both in work and in life. So tonight I want to talk just a little bit about 3 themes. The first is pride. Take pride in the doctoral degree you've earned from one of the nation's top schools in your field. You have earned the right to be here from many years of hard work, and you should celebrate that hard work. You know, we've heard a lot about hard work tonight, and it is the key to success, and don't ever forget how hard you've worked to get here. But one of my favorite quotes about success after hard work comes from a great old movie called A League of Their Own. It's actually a true story that takes place when World War II was raging and all the men went to war. The women formed teams and saved baseball. In the movie, Gina Davis is the star player. She's upset and struggling because at times her job is so hard. Her coach, who's played by Tom Hanks, says, "It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everyone would do it. The hard is what makes it great." I love that part. The hard is what makes it great. Always have pride in the hard work that got you here today. The second theme I want to talk about is passion. Passion is a fuel that can light up a room. Passion for family, passion for work, passion for the things you love. Passion serves as energy that propels you forward. It gives you a purpose. It also creates a light that makes people notice you in a way, and it actually excels you by creating opportunities. If you speak with passion and you believe in what you do, you are set to win the day. This dedication to what you love is fueled by the confidence you build in yourself. You earn that by the hard work you've done by being here today. Think about where you are today. Look around you. Look at the support that you have here and those who believe in you. Remember, today and the future, as passion continues to drive you throughout your life. The last theme is the journey of lifelong learning. So many people search their whole lives to try and get to a level of success or to obtain a prize, a new dream home, a job, or even reach a certain milestone. Goals are great, and I applaud them, but don't get so wrapped up in goals that you forget to enjoy the journey. If the adventure is a big part of the prize, life will always be much richer and more rewarding. I want to share a few thoughts about how my journey landed me here and some of life's lessons that I learned along the way. First, never forget you are not alone. Draw on those you love and who love you. I have been blessed my entire life with the support of my family. And to my family that is here today and those that could not make it, I thank you all and I love you. Embrace what you have, and as your life grows, build that into your future. Surround yourself with people you trust, but they don't always have to be people who are just like you. Embrace the diversity of our world, and it will help you grow. One of the biggest lessons for me was slow and steady wins the day. I am personally much more of a tortoise than a hare. Some of you will fly from here today and achieve almost immediate success, but most of you will not, and that's okay. Life and business are much more of a marathon than they are a sprint. Twists, turns, barriers, failures, and restarts are all part of life's journey. Never, never, never give up. Continue to carry forward. This is where passion and conviction come into play. The secret is to not let the barriers above to take you off track. Just keep moving forward 1 foot at a time. Over time, consistency wins the day. My journey to this podium has been 47 years from the time I sat in the audience and graduated, from where you are today. Quite a few years, but you win over time. Much of my success in life has come from veering slightly off the beaten path. In business, I found out early that if I could look at things a little bit differently than others did, people would notice, and that became our company's culture. First, look for ways to do things differently, especially in areas where others do not do well. Then, try to embrace problems and challenges that are in front of you. One of the biggest lessons I ever learned was problems can create huge opportunities if you're able to find solutions. As I conclude my talk today, I want to remind you to be you. Find the path that works for you. Learn from others, but put the lessons in your own perspective. Do not get pulled into the idea that you have to be someone you are not. Build on the abilities that serve you well and surround yourself with others that bring added skills and diversity that you need to excel and achieve your goals. Never be afraid surround yourself with talent and with people that are smarter than you. At least for me, there were lots of them out there. It was easy to do. It will raise you and everyone around you when you work that way. If you work with pride in yourself, if you live with passion for what you love, and if you never stop learning, you will win in life. Again, I want to congratulate all of you today as you graduate. I want to thank everyone at Ferris for giving both me and all of the graduates in the room today the tools to find our path to success. Thank you.